Leo, this is going to be a tarot reading for you. As always, take what resonates and leave what does not. If you are interested in booking me for a personal reading, the link to do that is going to be down below in the description box. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype the video if you can. Let's take a look here at what's going on for you. Leo, Three of Wands. Looks like you're looking into the future, understanding what's possible for you. This is a card that favors enterprise and collaboration, discovery, and growth. Three of Wands. Covered by the High Priestess. So you are understanding something about the future. You're intuitively understanding something about the future here. Okay. What you got going on, Leo? What are you intuitively understanding about the future? You're seeing your progress. You're seeing how you're growing. You're understanding your own potential here with the High Priestess. You're putting a lot of work into a particular enterprise or path. High Priestess with the Three of Wands. And you're seeing progress. Crossing you is the Five of Swords. Oof. Okay. I don't know who did this to you, but this is something that's going to be difficult for you to work through. Five of Swords is an energy of someone who is very disrespectful, dishonorable, cruel. Seems like something that you're currently dealing with or something that's on your mind. Let's see. Crowning you is the Ten of Cups. Actually, you're very optimistic. So this is kind of like something here that somebody actually did to you, but you're keeping your mind focused on the positive is what I'm seeing. You're keeping your eyes on the prize, which is happiness, family, loved ones, the repose of the true heart. That's where your mind is. So if you have been plagued by this Five of Swords energy, this energy of disrespect, dishonor, it seems like you're looking forward to better days. Yeah, Two of Wands, as I say that. All right, so you're looking forward to better days here. I can see that. Your energy is correct, okay? Your mind is in the right place, even though you have been crossed by somebody here. Past energy is the Four of Cups, apathy. It could have been that you were rejected, or that somebody just didn't show that they cared about you. Okay. Or it could be that you just were feeling bored with life just recently. And so maybe it's the case that you are no longer self-sabotaging in this energy. Maybe it's the case that you're trying to find some form of fulfillment as well. Moving into the future. King of Wands in reverse. Okay, we'll see whether this is an internal or an external energy. Self-energy here is the Hermit in reverse. Being too cautious. Alternatively, being too hasty. Acting without wisdom in the self-energy. Hiding away from the world. Your environment, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It seems like you're paranoid. Or someone around you is. Could be a Virgo energy, paranoia, fear, distrust in your environment, causing you to shut yourself away. I see you in silence, thinking about the future, thinking about happier days ahead, shutting yourself away from the world out of fear. Or maybe there's someone around you who is shutting you out, being silent with you, rejecting you. But I want to say this is more so your energy, especially if you have Virgo anywhere in your chart. Moving into the future, this rejection here, King of Wands in reverse, it's affecting someone's confidence moving into the future. I think there's this energy, Leo, here of you kind of shutting other people out because you feel like you're being rejected. It's like if the world's gonna turn its back on me, I'm gonna turn my back on the world type of vibe. Hopes and fears. We have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. You're worried about some tradition, some form of education, some spiritual path or belief. Maybe you're worried about someone in particular who can help you with something. You're looking for help or you're looking for assistance with something. Or maybe this is just about you kind of like understanding what it is that you believe. Just in a general sense, moving into the future, it seems like you're adopting this energy of stoicism, King of Wands in reverse. That might be prompting you to kind of be a little bit more withdrawn or secluded, cut off from the world, distrustful. It seems like you're shifting your beliefs around who you can trust at this time, who's worthy of your attention and energy. You're trying to conceal yourself or conserve your energy. Yeah, as you move on from this conflict. Okay, Leo, let's go ahead and clarify if there's anything else that really wants to come out for this. What specifically do I want to know about, though? I think when it comes to your personal path, you make progress. You're very focused on maybe establishing a home for yourself, or creating your world, your happiness. But what is the King of Wands in reverse moving into the future? I think that you're taking the Five of Swords, you're taking the Four of Cups, and you're basically saying, like, I've learned my lesson from these experiences. I know what is and is not for me. I know how to behave. I know how to act. I know how to make progress within my own path. And it seems like you may be overcoming some kind of egoic debilitation with that King of Wands in reverse, moving into the future, into the Six of Swords. All right, what do we have for our Leo collective? The Architect and Transformation. Yeah, you're becoming a lot more willing or able to see something from every angle. You're breaking down illusions as well. Okay. What else does Leo need to see? Actually, you know what? Let's get a little bit more about this. What illusions is Leo breaking down specifically? Death? Maybe illusions around death, literally. Maybe illusions around how you're gonna die. Maybe there's fear or paranoia around that, or maybe this is just illusions around change, around what needs to change, or around your ability to change. What is this death and transformation? I think you're getting a different perspective. Yeah. A lot of Scorpio energy coming out here. Destroyer, transformation, death, and then also Libra. I think that you're getting a different perspective on something here, Leo, that is resulting in transformation for you, especially as it pertains to your spirituality. The Hierophant and the High Priestess. Triumph. Whoa. I think that you're becoming a lot more confident in your abilities. I think that you're becoming a lot more confident in your ability to triumph. Okay. What else do we have? Yeah, after some upheaval, it's like you were rejected, you were disrespected by someone, and it's like it was like the last straw for you. Now you're just very much more so focused on personal progress. I think that there may have been a time in your life where you were maybe holding back a little bit out of fear. I think you're no longer doing that. What else do we have for Leo? Preparation. Yeah, because now you're ready. Okay. Now you're ready. It's interesting. Yeah, independence in reverse. It was like you weren't able to really trust yourself before this. But now you're moving on past that chapter of self-rejection and self-sabotage, because that's really what it was. You're more so focused on your happiness, the potential that you have to create happiness in your future, and that's where your mind is really at. Satisfaction. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. And then we have deceit at the bottom of the deck. What lies has Leo told themselves about this? Home. that this is just the way that it is. This is the way that it's going to stay forever. There could be something about your home. What about the home is a lie, Spirit? Romance in reverse. You got too comfortable being where you're at. There's this sort of timidity and an unwillingness to leave your comfort zone. Around what? Confidence in reverse and graceful persistence in reverse with leadership. This was you not being willing to step into a leadership role or take responsibility for your own life, or this was you kind of allowing yourself to like almost like make mountains out of molehills with situations that didn't necessarily go according to plan. Can we get more about this? Yeah, and it threw you into imbalance, became an obsession. You couldn't snap out of it, kind of, is what Spirit is saying. And then maybe there was this something like a sudden change happened here for you, and now it looks like everything is coming back into view for you. Well, this is good. What else do we have for Leo? Twin flame. Yeah, you're coming into contact or into connection with your higher self at this time. Compassion in reverse and shift. Yeah. So where you were not really being as compassionate toward yourself as you could have been in the past, it seems like this is really changing. That's really kind of like the bottom line. Let's read about twin flame 2222. That's a milestone. That's a major milestone in your journey. And finding clarity. You could also be finding someone to connect with in that way, you know, in a romantic way where you feel like your souls are bound, right? Compassion in reverse coming out here as well. Taking the easy way out, hiding or withholding the love within you, falling into despair and defeatism, need to evaluate or reevaluate where you put your energy. The affirmation is, I am meant to live a magical life with shift. Yeah, that's what you're doing. It's what you're doing, Leo. Changes, new beginnings, major shifts, motivation, and renewed sense of focus. Be versatile and enjoy the present moment. Take a deep breath before making the leap. I let go of all excuses for not improving my life. And that's really what it was. It was you kind of like in this energy of timidity, not getting outside of your comfort zone, not being willing to lead, not being willing to step into this position of the Hierophant, right? Can you clarify the Hierophant, please? Emergence and partnership. That's what we're talking about. That's your relationship to your higher self. This could also be you being worried about entering into a relationship with someone. We'll get one more for this. But this is you understanding the limitless possibility that you have with either someone else or your higher self, as long as you decide to commit fully to it. Can we get more about this, please? You're showing a lot of flexibility, adaptability in a partnership with someone. Maybe your higher self, spirit, the divine. Creativity, or your own creativity and productivity coming out here. And that's the result. You're becoming more creative, more productive. And what that means is, if you are in a relationship with somebody else, you are creating a future with this person. You're deciding to commit to this person, and then vice versa. Creativity, it's not just about art and music and, you know, artistic creations. It's also about the creation of our own lives. And so I see you kind of shifting your beliefs, or being a little bit more flexible with your beliefs around what it means to be in partnership with your higher self at this time as well, and what it means for you to be able to create the world that you want to live in. My goodness, Leo. Whew. You're making a lot of progress. I'm feeling called to my Astro deck, so we're gonna get some from these, because we're only at 14 minutes right now, so. What else do we have for Leo? Virgo, the Alchemist. There's a lot of Virgo energy coming out here, especially with that Hermit card. So what's going on with Virgo? Virgo is the hard worker, right? They can be a little bit perfectionistic. This could be someone who is very particular about things. That energy of Virgo can, it's almost like an antidote, or it can cleanse. It's like an alchemy sort of thing. Get more about this. Let's read about Virgo. See what the book has to say. And this is a very Virgo thing to do, right? In a tidy room, the soul is also tidy. It's about keeping things clean, keeping things together here. The Virgo archetype is the server, workaholic, diligent, and dutiful. The traits are being of service, orderly, analytical, and hardworking. Shadow side is pedantic, nervous, cleaning obsession, narrow-mindedness, prudish, soberness, pettiness, mistrustful. We did say that. Renouncing pleasure, and hypochondriac. Yeah, so there's something here about you kind of releasing this sort of mistrust. Wow. Maybe you didn't trust yourself. You didn't have a whole lot of compassion for yourself. And that could have been showing up in your relationships or in dynamics around you. People around you not trusting you because you don't trust yourself. Or because you were trying to, keep a secret and other people could see that. Virgo energy is definitely out here with that, and it's shadow Virgo energy. What does pedantic mean? Hold on, let me just educate myself a little bit here. Pedantic. Pedantic. Many of the essays are long, dense, and too pedantic to hold great appeal. Pedantic. That's not a definition, though. What the heck does pedantic mean? Of or like a pedant. What is a pedant? Or pedant. Bear with me, Virgo. Leo. A person who is overly concerned with minor details, formal rules, or displaying their academic knowledge. Yeah, so it could be that you were, flaw-seeking, rule-bound, showy. Yeah, it could be like a tendency with yourself to get like overly critical or overly technical about something. And that could have been blocking your creativity. Which, that's you, Leo. Like, you are the creative of the zodiac. But yeah, let's get a final message for you. You're moving on from this this self-doubt energy, because you're recognizing it as a form of self-sabotage, and you're focusing a lot more now on your own sense of happiness. Adaptability, Woodwives coming out here. Let's read this from the book, 64. Woodwives, adaptability. This is the last card. It is. So you could be finishing something here, Leo. This could be the last time this ever happens for you. Or maybe this is just the ending of a cycle. Adaptability, strong roots, and growth. The Woodwives dance into your dreams as a reminder to be grounded no matter what life offers you. You need to know who you are, what you'll tolerate, and what you've learned to date, and what boundaries you need to set so you feel good about yourself. Life is going to offer you something extraordinary now, and in order to learn and receive its blessings, you must remember that being grounded gives you more freedom, not less. You have everything you need. You have all it takes to do this right now. If you also keep reminding yourself to be flexible, you will be amazed by how well things play out for you. And that's what we were talking about too with this Virgo energy. It's almost like, you were kind of caught up in the details, or there's this situation in which you there's a situation in which you are being required to be a little bit more flexible rather than being so technical, so pedantic, right? The Woodwives are both wisdom keepers and students of the new world, as these forest spirits have an uncanny ability to adapt to changing circumstances and always find the perfect way to grow and expand. And that's what we were talking about too. Adaptability came out here with the Emergence card, if you remember specifically, and we also talked about growth and expansion as our first card, the Significator, the Three of Wands. They represent what you already know how to do. Learn, be in beginner's mind, let go of your rigid notions of how things should be. This is literally it. And be present to what is right now, unencumbered by your projections. Is there a storm brewing because things need to change? No worries. Nothing can uproot you now, and it will pass. And you will dance with nature and move with it all. Perhaps you're being given an opportunity to take a chance on something new, and you're not sure how far you can go without losing your footing. Have no fear, for when you remember your roots, your integrity, your authentic self, you can stretch yourself beyond the invisible line you drew. Go for it. You will be so glad you did. Leo, this has been an incredible message for you. If you'd like to book me for a personal reading, the link to do so is going to be down below in the description box. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype the video for more, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.